Let me ask you, have you ever been shit on by an annoying enemy that keeps just out of range and shits on you till you die? Well, in that case, it might have a lot in common with Sonraku in this latest episode of Shangri-La Frontier. Hello, and welcome back. In this one, we are looking over episode 7 of Shangri-La Frontier, and once again, this show keeps just being really enjoyable, even though this episode to me is mostly a setup episode and not too much happens in terms of developments. It does lay the seeds for a lot of interesting content moving forward and starts prepping Sonraku for the inevitable challenges he is going to face in the near future, I would imagine. Now to start off with here, Rei is absolutely adorable, as Sonraku basically steps on her head, or quite literally steps on her head, says sorry, and runs into the city to get to Rabbituza, and Rei-chan literally stun-locking herself as she's making her own fanfictions in her head of like, oh, he said sorry to me, oh my god, he finally talked to me, it's a miracle. And even using that as a point for the PvPers to attack her, and of course they get decimated when they try. But I thought that was a very funny moment, and I actually chuckled to myself. And yes, in the later stages of the episode, Rei laying in bed after logging out, and then she is literally making some erotic fanfictions in her head because goddamn, she's making up some storylines, I have to say. Like, Sonraku coming in a dojin near you any day now. But, you know, it's cute still, and I'm interested to see how that relationship moves forward as Sonraku sort of recognizes her, or at least recognizes her character in games like Saiger Zero. I will remember that name. So it'll be awkward, I assume, but still fun to see how that turns out later in the season. I'm happy for Animalia as well, actually getting Pencil gone in that Suicide Pact attack. Like, okay, cool. The real meat of this episode, though, is this whole Rabbituza arena training arc, where he just casually has to fight all these opponents, of course, all being extremely high level in compared to himself, like the first opponent being level 65, and it being like 6 of them, right? With him being just level 30, as again, you know, like the recommended level for this unique scenario was like 90 or something, if I remember correctly. So yeah, he is definitely very underleveled. But just him going through all these monsters, like, yeah, I did this with this and this with this one to beat him. I enjoyed it, you know, some fun, simple explanations, and just going through it in a quick fashion instead of really spending a ton of time on it, which I appreciate, while still giving some fun dialogue and showing some action. I mean, the arena fight scenes, or at least the little we got from it this episode, did feel crisp. It felt fresh. They do the fight animations really well in this one. Clearly good budget, clearly good animators, and I can't wait to see like the level 120 boss fight next episode. Sonraku does anguish though in this episode over only getting 2 levels because of his like half XP gain due to this Warple collar, but if I'm not mistaken, though I might be mistaken here, I'm not sure if this is the case, but if there is a level cap, as I haven't seen anyone over level 99, I think. So if there's like a level cap in this game, like level 99 or something along those lines, or even any level cap at all, if they have a level cap system, this would be an insane buff to Sonraku, as he can just keep this collar on him for his entire journey and get double stat points for each level he gets, which would make him insanely OP in late endgame. But I assume the game wouldn't have a level cap if that is the case, because that would make some people insanely overpowered in these unique scenarios. But just a simple thought I had, which would be interesting in its own way, though I doubt it will get to endgame anytime soon. Now, of course, we find out as well in the end that this special monster as the 10th encounter, as he has to kill these 10 different enemies to clear the arena, the 10th one is this unique scenario. Like the other 9 seemingly are not special monsters, but this level 120 mage is just a unique monster that is only for this scenario, and he is the first person in the entire game to ever fight it. And of course, fighting a level 120 as a level 30 is kind of insane. But I really liked how the game seemingly recognized this. It's like, okay, clearly in your current state, you'll never be able to kill this enemy, so instead, I will update the clear condition to only have to survive for 5 minutes and you get the win, basically. Now, of course, in terms of the anime, I get why they would do this because you can't kill it, right? But in terms of in-game logic, it just made me think of like, wow, if this was an actual game, and if the game actually made changes like on the go, reacting to, for example, the player playing, in this case, Sonraku being so underleveled he could never beat this enemy, and then just reactively to that, updating the clear conditions to make it beatable, yet still really hard. If that was in an actual game, that would be absolutely amazing. I would play that in a second. I mean, just thinking of the game here, if this was a actual game in real life, just the amount of unique scenarios and potential amazing experiences you could have with a game like this. It's like, wow, I want this game in this world right now, you know? I mean, even just if this game was actually real and they had a system like this where even after tens of millions of players playing, a new player could still uncover a brand new unique scenario no one else had found before. Like, just the notion of that in any game sounds absolutely incredible, and it makes me really depressed to look at a game like this and see its potential, even though of course it isn't real, but then comparing it to real life games that I can play right now and be like, wow, these games look like such utter predictable shit in comparison. It makes me depressed. Anyway though, I am very excited for the next episode boss fight. I assume it will take most of the episode, at least half, and we will get to enjoy that greatly. As I said in the beginning as well, this show feels like it always goes by in a flash. It's one of the few shows I watch where I really feel like episodes last just a couple minutes, because I really just get engrossed and enjoy it start to end, and I really never have any big complaints about it. And it was the same in this episode as well. What did you think of the episode though? Like it, hate it, leave those comments down below. Or if you have any thoughts on the video, also of course leave those comments down below. And if you did enjoy the video, please remember to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to support this channel, this video, and everything else I am doing here. Deeply appreciate that support. That being said, keep watching anime, and I will see you in the next episode review. So have a good day. Bye-bye.